I am so excited to film this video because who doesn't like good skin? Hey everybody, welcome to Virginia's YouTube channel. I post on here very, very rarely and kind of just when I feel like it. Okay, that's really it. Anyway, here we are, and today's topic is one that I am just so ecstatic to talk about because I've had such a struggle and we're on the other end of it. So let's start. This is a skincare video. The layout of this video is going to go, I have it split up in so many different sections. So I'm gonna put the timestamps in my description so that you can just go ahead and fast forward if you don't wanna listen to that part. It's gonna be a lot of me talking, so be prepared for that. And you can go ahead and put me on like the fast-paced speaking thing. I'm gonna go through a lot because a lot went into this, but also not a lot. One of the very first things I want to say is that you are beautiful no matter what your skin may look like, whether it may be at its best or at its worst. You are still so beautiful, and your value and your identity and your worth is not found in your skin. If I move throughout this video, if there's a change of background space, that is because the sun is setting on that side, and so I might change. This is the first portion of this video, and that is the disclaimer, because I think it is so important that you all know that I am not a licensed professional. I am not a doctor. I am not sponsored by anyone or anything, but I wish I was, but I'm not. I hold absolutely no credibility to share this information with you and at actually being right, except for the fact that it worked for me. Okay, that is it. That's really, really all it. And if you do struggle with severe acne or you're having really bad skin problems, please see a doctor. Please see your doctor, a dermatologist, an esthetician, whatever it may be. There's my disclaimer, so don't come at me, okay? And if I say anything wrong, if I mispronounce anything, or if I'm just sounding crazy, kind of just let me, because I always sound crazy. Just take a look at my skin right now. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the skin portion of it, and this is the overall look segment. Okay, and this is what my skin looks like right now. Can you see my pores? See, so I have a little bit I have a lot of congestion. That is something that I still struggle with, and I think for my whole life. There's my forehead. Can you see it? I don't know. Anyway, that is kind of my skin right now. There's not too much scarring, and I'm getting a little bit of maskne, like little teeny tiny ones from masks, but we just have to switch out. And then hormonal acne from my period. And I want y'all to know that this is what real skin looks like. All the pores. I don't like touching my skin, but this is what real skin looks like. See, I have a sunspot right here. I got my beautiful beauty marks. This is my skin. Now in this portion, we're gonna dive into the history of my skin. So what my acne journey has looked like growing up or whatever. When I was like 12 or 13, it was the very first time that I met any sort of pimple, zit, whatever. And it started right over here, and they were just like little teeny tiny ones, and it was just puberty, my hormones, okay? That is what was going on. And then from the ages of 17 or about like 16 to 21, I had beautiful skin. I'd have like minor breakouts, really just mild. And then when I was 19, when I was 19, I noticed that I had a couple like really deep pimples just on my cheek. It wasn't like acne, but they were deep pimples, and they were stress induced and from dairy. So I eliminated dairy and I dropped out of college. No, I literally did, but then I went back. And it's funny because when I'm not in school, my skin's so beautiful. So, and stress is a huge part of working out. And then my 22nd year of life came to me, and that is when all of these pictures you're gonna see, that is when this happened. Okay, I hope they're all showing right now. I started to get really, really bad acne on my cheeks, on my forehead, on my back. I just remember like waking up and touching my skin, and I was just like, hello, what are you doing? You weren't here before, why are you here now? It first started with these little tiny pimples that I will show in a picture maybe right now. It started like that, and then it gradually got worse. So a year ago in September is when I started getting hydrofacials every 4 weeks when I was in Arizona. I don't know why, but those hydrofacials ain't done nothing to my skin. I was put on the skincare routine that really didn't do much for my skin except dry it out, make me feel like just not good, okay? Just not good. I didn't feel like myself, and I mean, you go 22 years with having decent skin, and then boom, you're like, what is going on? This isn't, I'm not used to this. I don't know what to do, you know? And graduation was approaching, so I was like, am I really about to walk down a stage with zits all over my face? And yes, I did, okay? So that is the history of it, and it started changing in January of this year, of 2020. So at least 2020 did something right for me. So now let's talk about my skincare type. I have kind of combination skin. In my T-zone, I'm a little bit more oily, and I do struggle with rosacea right here and right here, and that's been something I've dealt with for so long, and I have prescription ointment for it. Now moving on to another part. So this is the fun part, and that is products. I'm gonna stand right here so I can show you the products right here. I have a whole tub of stuff. So for my products, y'all know I love being sustainable. I just love it. I love protecting our environment because it is important. If I'm boring, I'm so sorry, but these are the products that I used. I try to stick to more sustainable products, but it's always the sustainable ones that cost the most. I'm just saying, okay? Some of these products are pretty expensive, but there's kind of just a mix of products. So this is what I start with at night, especially always a double cleanse. Right now I'm using this one from Target. It's called Versed. It's a cleansing balm. I'm kind of, you know, like, it's all right. I don't really love it, but I'm trying to go through it. My skin doesn't react poorly to it, but there is an ingredient in here that is like microplastic kind of thing, I think. I don't know, some of the ingredients honestly getting really familiar with. So anyway, I do use this right now, and I'm just trying to use it up. Oh, I forgot to say how like it all changed. So in January, I went and got a facial at Antonio Spa in Seattle when I moved back from Arizona. I graduated in December, and this gal like saved me. She taught me things about my skin that I didn't even know I needed to know, but I did need to know it. Shout out to my esthetician from Antonio Spa. They did change management or something, so they don't have the skincare line that I really like, which I'll show you, and that my esthetician got me hooked on. But I've only seen her once because then COVID happened and then everything got shut down, and so I haven't been getting facials lately. But facials are essential too, but also not necessary. But you should go at least once and talk to an esthetician. Okay. All right, moving on. This is what I use as a face wash. I use the Skin Regimen, which this brand is probably my favorite. They are a plant-based skincare line, and the packaging is pretty sustainable. And this is their cleansing cream. I use it as a face wash, and I used to use the Comfort Zone cleansing milk, and I loved that, and I will link that too. That one's more, I think this one's 45 and that one is a little bit less, I'm not sure. But that one works really, really, really well, and it works for all skin types. It's good for sensitive skin, and that is what I started using. And then after I cleanse with my cleanser, my face is still damp, and I normally will go, if I'm exfoliating that day, then I will use this Skin Regimen exfoliating powder. I just put a little bit in my palms, rub my hands together, my wet hands together, and then just exfoliate for 30 seconds. And always be super gentle with your skin too. I know sometimes you're like, y'all, believe me when I say this, I remember washing my face when I would have really bad acne and be like, come off. It's not effective. Don't do that, because you're actually ruining the skin barrier. So don't do that, and you can actually cause scarring. So don't do that. I actually have some scarring right over here. Anyway, that's beside the point right now. Actually, no, it's very relevant to this topic. Scarring is a really big part of skincare too, but I feel like mine's okay. I have some pigmentation that I should get rid of, but not really. I've finally come to a place where I'm like, okay, my skin actually looks good. And then I'm slowly gonna introduce something that kind of helps brighten it. Anyway, moving fun. And then I will do a face mask twice a week. So I will do this twice a week, and then I'll do a face mask twice a week because your skin just needs that extra boost. Okay, so I actually just bought these, and it's the Gold or Goldie, I don't know how to pronounce it, but they have matcha too, and I bought their Papaya Bright and their Clean Greens. And y'all, when I tell you, I used this once and I saw a difference in my skin. I used this one last night and I loved it. This one was a little bit more irritating, but I think I left it on too long. But it's a powder too. These ones are powders, so you just mix them in water, and I just have, oh, frick monster. You see what I just did? You see that?
What's wrong with me? Okay, I'm gonna have to close this because I'm an idiot and I just shook this everywhere. I'm losing product.
Okay.
My hands are all dirty. Great, Virginia, good job.
So I can't be serious. I'm trying to make like a serious video. Can't do that. Anyway, and then I pat dry my face, but I don't like completely dry it. I let it have like still a little bit of moisture to it. And then I'll go in with this essence. And I've had this since January, y'all. January. It's been 9 months and I still have product in here. I don't know how to pronounce that brand, so I'm not even gonna try, but don't you worry, I'll have everything linked down below. I'll go in with this, just put a little bit, so then you're not wasting cotton pads, put a little bit in my palm and just tap, 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 and just dab, tap, whatever, same thing. That's what I do, and it wonders, y'all, okay? This is an essence. Are essences necessary? I don't know. I don't know, but I do see a difference in my skin when I don't use it versus when I do use it. So for my skin, it seems to have had a benefit to it. So I do use it and I do like it. And then moving on to serums and everything else. So at nighttime, I like to use this Nutrium. It is Susan Yara's. She's the co-president, I believe, of this company. And it's the Vitamin C Super Serum Plus. And it has vitamin C, retinol, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and salicylic acid. Yes, good stuff. Unless I have my rosacea, I won't use this stuff because I do feel like the retinol kind of triggers it. So I try to stay away from it. Anyway, and then in the mornings, I like to use my skin regimen, hyaluronic acid, and so in January, this was my skincare. I'll show you. This, oh wait, a cleanser, not this one, a cleansing balm, but not this one. I use the Comfort Zone cleanser, and then I would use this hyaluronic acid, and then I would use this Comfort Zone remedy cream. That is all I would use, and then I would put this Aquaphor on top just to seal it all in. That's when I noticed the biggest change in my skin, and a lot of these other products are just kind of enhancements. So just if y'all just wanted the short version, there it is. And I guess I'll just link that part. And then I'll go in with this eye cream, which eye cream is also not necessary, but I remember using this when I was like 18 to 21 and I loved it. And it's the Kiehl's creamy eye treatment with avocado. And it doesn't look like it's a lot of product. It's a little bit, but this can last me a whole year. What is the lifespan on this? 6 months, but I use it. Don't do that. Don't do what I do. And then after I do that, I do go in with a moisturizer, okay? Every day, my skin wants a different moisturizer. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I don't really care because I feel like it works for me, and so you can't judge me for it. So if I feel like my skin is kind of just doing its thing, you know, it's not dry, it's not oily, it's just kind of like, hey, I'm good, Virginia. I will use this Comfort Zone, this hydrating cream. It's a chill one. It's just chill vibes, you know? Doesn't irritate my skin. It's just chill. It's just chill. It's just a good moisturizer just to put right on over. Or I'll go in at nighttime if I just think that I need a little bit more hydration. I will go, if I wanted to do a mask, I'll go in with the Summer Fridays jet lag mask and I'll go to sleep with it on. Or if I just want a little bit more thick moisturizer, I will go in with this Ultra Facial Cream by Kiehl's as well. Why isn't it focusing? Focus. Yeah, I'll go in with this bad boy. But I won't use it if I have a flare up because it will sting my skin. So that is something I learned. But instead, I'll go in with this Nivea cream. And if I feel like I need a little bit more hydration too, or just to add a little oil on top, I'll use this Ren Rose Oil. And it's a pretty smell. I use it during the winter more because I feel like it just kind of helps seal everything in, just like the Aquaphor does. So, you know, I'm just a skincare snob, and I just like using things. So I like having products. That is the non-sustainable queen inside of me that does that. Anyway, moving on to the last step of my skincare routine. So in the morning, obviously always use sunscreen, but I would not recommend anyone to buy this, just saying. And then I love having luscious lips when I go to sleep. So I actually have this on right now, and I just go in with the Summer Fridays lip balm, lip butter balm, and it works great. Okay, and that kind of completes this whole segment. Sorry, that was a lot of me talking, but I told y'all I'd be talking a lot in this video. So that kind of completes that portion of this video, and now we're gonna move on to, if that's all you wanted to know, then you have everything you need to know. Now I'm going to talk about how important, there are 3 more parts to this video, and that is education, lifestyle, and the mental health aspect of this. So if you are interested in learning more about that, then stay tuned. Here we go. I think I'm actually going to move the camera right now. Okay, continuing with this video, I've changed location. Okay, so now going into talking about education, it is so important that you educate yourself on skincare. It's important to educate yourself on your skincare, on your skin type, and your body too. Talk to a doctor, talk to an esthetician, talk to someone who specializes in skincare, and read books about skincare. It is crucial to educate yourself and to know the right skincare routine for you, because there is so much information out on YouTube. There's so much information on different social media platforms, but just because it worked for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Same with me. So I was able to get rid of my acne through without medication. Some people need medication in order to, because for some people it's a hormonal imbalance. For some people it's genetic. For some people it's so beyond their own control. But I just want you to have faith and believe, and if you're watching this and you do have bad acne and you struggle with your skin, I just want you to know that there is a way out. It's just a matter of time, and you will get there, I promise. And you just have to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with the process. And I know it sucks. Believe me, I know. But you will get to where you need to be in time. I promise. And just be hopeful. I'm praying for you and I'm rooting for you, okay? Some people that I watch on YouTube who I think actually give really good information and are very informative and actually hold credibility to what they're saying as well is Hiram and Susan Yara. So read books and educate yourself, because it is crucial. Try to understand your body, try to understand your skin, try to understand the environment that you're in, and that can help you kind of narrow it down and see what the real problem is. Now let's talk about my lifestyle. So my diet, I have gut issues, okay? And I've been eating more of a paleo diet, especially since quarantine started. And it wasn't until recently actually that I became super serious about it, because something happened with my health that was super serious, and I'm actually still waiting to hear back from my doctor about my results. But I believe that God is in control and that I am okay. So I don't eat refined sugars. So nuts are a trigger for me too, for my stomach, so I try not to eat it, and I think it actually has had some kind of benefit to my skin. But I don't have dairy. I do eat meat though. And I just recently started drinking bone broth, and I'm hoping it helps with my gut. I also, in my smoothies, I do put collagen powder in it, and that is good for your skin as well. That is my diet. Right now it is very, very strict, and I think that has had a really big contribution to my skin as well. And by no means am I saying that like you need to be strict with your diet, but for me, what it came down to is really like my health is being put at, I'm jeopardizing my health And that is just something that it's for me, like I love tacos. I love sugars. I love sweets. I love pastries. I love cookies. I just love food. I really, really do love food, especially sweets. No, and I love savory things too. I love like pasta. I just love it. I really do. But my body doesn't love it. And if I want my body to treat me with respect, I need to treat it with respect as well. And I need to provide it with the nutrients that it needs in order for me to properly function and not feel like groggy all day and not to feel out of whack. I am so grateful to my body for what it has brought me to today. It has allowed me to walk from place to place. It has allowed me to function the way that it does, and I'm just so grateful for it. And I want to treat it with the same exact respect, and that is why I have a very strict diet. Anyway, and sleep. Let's talk about slumber. Still there? If you're still here, I just want to say thank you. Sleep is so important for your skin. It is so important for your digestive system. It's actually overall so good for your body. There is a book by Matthew Walker, who has a PhD in sleep. Not really, I don't really know what his PhD is in. He has a book and a TED Talk where he talks all about sleep and the importance of sleep. Go listen to his TED Talk, okay? It will change the way you see sleep. And the next time anybody will ever say to you that they're tired, you're gonna be like, go get your 8 hours in. Like, we don't need to hang out, go get your 8 hours in. So make sure you're sleeping 8 hours a day. Do that bedtime reminder on your phone if you have an iPhone, or I don't know if Samsung does, but there should be apps out there. If not, and get yourself in bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning, and make sure it's 8 hours all the way through. You will thank me when you're 100, okay? Not only will your skin look amazing, but your body will feel good too. There is so much magic and healing that happens when you sleep your 8 hours a night consistently. You won't even believe it. So working out, that's just good for your overall health and well-being, but also it helps you flush out those toxins and everything that your body kind of, can sweat it out. Just sweat it out. But here's the thing. If you sweat a lot during your workout, be sure to go and wash your face right after that workout, and don't let that sweat sit on your face. Another thing is obviously your pillowcases. Make sure you're changing them out. And I notice that when I don't change them out that often, I guess I to get to my breakouts start to come, okay? So yeah. And that ends the lifestyle portion of this video. And now moving on to the very last part. And yes, it is the mental health aspect. Remember, when you go to bed at night, no matter where you are, no matter if you're on vacation, if you're sleeping in your own bed, if you're with your partner or whatever, for as long as you live, you will always go to bed with yourself. So remember that when you go to bed, it's you who needs to be proud of you. It is you who needs to respect you. It is you that needs to love you. And I know it's so hard to do sometimes, and I understand that, but it's your opinion that matters about you, not what anybody else thinks about you. So when you are trying to transform your life, or when you're trying to change something about your outer appearance, or you're trying to heal in a way, just know that it is your healing. It isn't anybody else's healing. So do it for you and you alone. And like I said at the beginning of this video, our identity is not found in our skin, okay? It's really hard to meet someone and like I remember I would meet people and I would put my hands, like when I would talk to them, I'd kind of just be like, yeah, It was hard, y'all. It was hard. It was hard meeting new people because I was nervous. But at the end of the day, like, those people that I met when I had all my acne, it don't really matter right now. I'm just saying. People suck anyway, and their opinion doesn't matter, okay? Like I said, at the end of the day, what matters is what you think about yourself. And you are so worthy, you are so loved, you are so valued, and you have a purpose, and it's so far beyond everything that we see here. It's what goes on in here and what goes on in here. And if you're feeling super stressed or overwhelmed or defeated, or like the whole world is just falling, which it kind of feels like that's what's going on. Just know you do the best that you can, and that is all you can do. And even if you feel like you're not doing the best, you are, okay? That is the best that you could have done in that day. And the next morning, just wake up with a grateful heart and just try to move on. And maybe this is, and believe me, I do not encourage toxic positivity. Allow yourself to feel the emotions, all of them, the sad ones, the happy ones, the exciting ones, all of the nervous ones. Allow yourself to feel all of them. But don't dwell on sad things, because then you're always going to find yourself in a sad headspace. And yes, the world is a very sad place right now. But if we all just unite and educate ourselves and use a heart of grace and a heart of love and we approach everything with that, believe me, we will get to where we need to be. And here's the final mental health part of it, and that is social media. Dear God, I'm gonna tell you this. I can guarantee you almost 90% of the things that you see on social media isn't real, okay? People's skin don't actually look like that. I showed you what real skin looks like. Like in the sun, right? Like that's what real skin looks like, with pores and little stuff all over everywhere. That is what real skin looks like. Not symmetrical eyebrows. I think one of my eyes, see when I smile? When my eyes is bigger than the other one. You know? Like that is just it. Like that is reality. This is the real person, okay? This is a real person. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that on this journey that you are on to find a better version of yourself, whether it be through your skin, whether it be spiritually, emotionally, whatever. We're in this together. I am rooting for you, just like I hope you're rooting for me, and I will see you whenever I decide to post another video.